Well, it was a big win for us. Obviously, Ludwigsburg has had a great year. We came in and we fought hard. We played defense great until the last 5 minutes or so, and they made some shots and made some plays. But overall, it was a good win for us, and we're happy we got it.
Thank you, Josh. What do you think was the key for tonight's game?
I think defense. They're a fast team. They put up a lot of points, but we were able to play great defense early, and that gave us the comfortable lead at the end to control the game when they made their run.
Thank you, Josh. Questions for the player? No questions in place for the player. Thank you very much. And Coach Pasquini, your thoughts on tonight's game, please.
Like Josh told, is a really important win for us because you know the quality of Ludwigsburg when we play home game, and tonight was really important for us to win this game for stay focused in the qualification on second round. Now we have to finish our job next week in home game against Partizan, and after that we will start everybody on the same line, and we have the possibility to cut from our mind what happened in the first round, losing a lot of shots, a lot of game with the last shot on the buzzer beat. Talking about the game, for sure, it's really important. Come here and play your rhythm, because if you play their rhythm, you have a problem, because they are strange team with a strange five in the court. They can be big, they can be small, and we work a lot for be ready to play with our rhythm, and our goal was that they follow us and not that we follow them, talking about the rhythm. And so they went out of their balance, and in the third quarter our defense and their problem in offense give us the possibility to stay in front by 20 with 5 minutes to go. After that, it's normal that one team like them with a lot of energy, a lot of quality can recover, but I'm really happy about the game.
Thank you, Coach. And what's the outlook for the final game of the regular season?
Sorry.
But the outlook when you look forward to the last game, what are your thoughts?
I believe that it's a strange competition. I believe that everything is tough, everything is hard. We won there by one after one overtime, and we know that this tough team, they won the last game, the last 5 games. So we have to stay focused, and nothing happened tonight. What happened tonight is the light is on, is not off, and we don't have to depend for the result of the other team. But we are in condition that we can decide our future. I believe that is the most important thing.
Thank you very much. Questions, please. No questions? So, thank you very much. Okay. Ciao. And we will be right back with part 2 with Coach Patrick and Cliff Hammonds. Thank you. And we're back with part 2 of the press conference after tonight's game. I'm joined now by Chad Toppert and Coach John Frederick. And first off, Chad, was a really great rally in the end, but he fell short, 75-78. What are your thoughts on tonight's game?
Yeah, we definitely put ourselves in too big of a hole. We came back fighting towards the end, and it was too little too late. If we had done a few things differently, come out with more aggression at the beginning, and then maybe the outcome would have been different. But they played a great game. They shot the ball well, and it was tough once we got in the hole. But I'm proud of everyone the way we fought back.
Thank you, Chad. Questions for Chad Toppert? That's not the case, so thank you very much, Chad. John, what are your thoughts on tonight's game?
So I thought in the first half we were a little cramped on offense, and they had some tough threes. We gave their shooters a couple of threes. Stiktovich had 15 points in the first half. We didn't do a good job one-on-one against him. In the second half, we didn't come out with much energy at all. I was very disappointed in some of the guys' energy, the way that we presented ourselves, but then we turned it around and started playing our game with a little faster pace, with a little energy when Jason Boone came in, and finished off the game strong, but as Chad said, a little too late, and this is a very good team. The Sassari team is a good team, and we let them do what they're best at, which is shoot threes, especially Savanovic, and I hope we learn from this. Especially hope our big men learn how to play against other teams shooting big men. Last week against Sakota, this week against Savanovic. We have a lot to learn, but we have one more game against Besiktas to determine the standings, and I hope we finish off this round on a positive note next week in Istanbul.
Thank you, John. Questions, please.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, what happened in the third quarter? So by then the game was quite alright, but in the third quarter I have the feeling that your team started to sleep somehow, some way in some situations. So please can you describe?
Sure. This is what I mean. I'm disappointed in the way that we reacted. When the other team hit some shots, when they were playing physical with us, we didn't show a good reaction. We showed a very weak reaction, and we showed at the end of the game we don't have to play like this, but we're a young, inexperienced team, and when we have these situations in the future, I hope that we react differently. For sure, we started out with a different lineup in the second half, and with Cooley instead of Timan, and we're not able to pressure. We're not able to hedge the pick and roll, and this is the beginning of the problems. So it's a learning process, and we have won 8 games in the Champions League, but I would like it that we come out, especially on Sunday against Ulm, with a lot more energy than we showed in the third quarter, and the same kind of energy that we showed the last 5 minutes of the game.
Thank you. Any more questions? Yes, please.
You already talked about the next game against Ulm. What can your team learn from this game for the game against Ulm?
Okay, this team is that we played against is a very talented team. We have some Olympians, some former Olympians, some Olympians from last summer. One of the most talented teams that we will play against this year, including Bamberg and Bayern Munich. And I hope we can learn that we have to take away what the other team's individual strengths are. If you have a Savanovic, you have to take away the shot. If you have a Stipkovic, you have to take away his right-hand drive. They were beating us on things that are on the scouting report, and I think we prepared, our staff prepared the players, and we were not, as this gentleman just said, we were sleeping at the beginning of the third quarter, and we cannot afford against a team with this talent to have phases like that without concentration and without energy. But we showed at the end of the game that we did have a heart. I just wish we would have shown it earlier.
Thank you, John. And that concludes the press conference. Thank you very much, and to the fans in the live stream, of course, too. Bye-bye.
Excuse me. Yes, ma'am.